He found a police officer dying and called the one group no one expected. The rain was coming down hard that night, the kind that blurs streetlights and turns silence into something heavy. Jake Miller was riding home on his old Harley, cutting through a quiet stretch of highway just outside a small Midwestern town. He almost missed it. Headlights flickering off the road, half hidden in the ditch. Then he saw the badge. A police officer lay sprawled near a wrecked cruiser, blood mixing with rainwater, breath shallow and uneven. Jake slammed his brakes, heart pounding. He wasn't a hero, just a mechanic, just a biker who'd learned early that the world didn't give second chances. He knelt beside the officer, hands shaking as he checked for a pulse, still alive, but barely. "Hey, stay with me," Jake whispered, pulling off his jacket to press against the wound. His phone had no signal. The nearest town was miles away. Jake did the only thing he could think of. He made a call. An hour later, the rain hadn't stopped, but the sound of engines did. Not one, not two, dozens. Harleys rolled in slowly, headlights cutting through the dark like a wall of fire, leather jackets, road scars, faces hardened by years of being judged before being known. The Hells Angels had arrived. Most people would have panicked. The officer barely opened his eyes, fear flashing across his face as the engines went silent. Jake stood up, rain dripping from his beard. "He's dying," he said simply. "I needed help." For a moment, no one spoke. Then an older biker stepped forward, gray beard, soaked eyes sharp but calm. He knelt beside the officer without hesitation. "No pressure here," he ordered. "Get blankets. Call every hospital in a 50-mile radius." Phones came out. Jackets were removed. Someone blocked the road to stop traffic. Another biker used his own belt as a tourniquet, hands steady like he'd done this before. The officer watched in disbelief. These were the men he'd been warned about, the ones the headlines called dangerous. Yet here they were, saving his life. When paramedics finally arrived, escorted by a rumbling line of motorcycles clearing the way, the officer was still breathing, weak but alive. At the hospital, word spread fast. A policeman had survived because a biker stopped, and the Hells Angels stepped in. The next morning, social media exploded not with fear, but with confusion. Then something unexpected happened. The officer, still recovering, asked to see them. When the bikers walked into the hospital room, nurses froze. Security hovered nearby. The officer pushed himself up and spoke with a cracked voice. "I was wrong about you," he said. "If you hadn't come, I wouldn't be here." The old biker nodded once. "We don't ask for thanks," he replied. "Just the truth." Weeks later, the town saw something it never had before. Police cruisers escorting a Hells Angels charity ride, raising money for first responders and injured veterans. No sirens, no tension, just respect. Jake watched from the sidewalk, helmet in hand, heart full. That night on the highway changed more than one life. It proved something the world forgets too easily. Sometimes, the people you fear the most are the ones who show up when no one else does.